Hmm. What it do, chat? Good morning, y'all. All right, there we go. What's up, Falsetto? What's up, Steph? Good morning, everybody. I've been up all night, but I think I'm gonna debate as long as I can. What's up with these crazy hours? My sleep schedule is impossible. It is early. I'm sorry, y'all. This might be something I could fix with meds, but I really don't want to do that. What's up, Jonathan? What's up, Fire? What's up, Boots? Circadian Lamp. Yeah, it's 9 a.m. over here. We are doing debates, chat. If you want to debate, hop in the box. I do get my account back later. I'm gonna have to look at that screenshot actually, but I think I get my account back, my main account back later tonight. Let me see. Yeah, 7 p.m. March 12th. Yeah, 7 p.m. Much, much later. Hey, Pickles, I got your account banned. Cool. No one believes you. Walk more? I do walk my dog like 3 times a day. Your eyes look sad. I'm not sad, y'all. Oh, they hung up. I was about to answer that. Yellow. Yeah. Guys, I am not awake early. I am up late. There's a difference. Tic Tac with the raid? Let's go. Y'all, this is my alt account, so don't forget to follow it. We'll be back on my main account later tonight, 7 p.m. Guys, caps lock is not cruise control for cool. TikTok raid funded by Soros. Y'all, we are looking for debates. If you're a Trump supporter, come up and tell me why you like Trump. If you're not, tap the screen. Let's get to like 10K. Yellow.
Hey, how are you? Thank you for having me up.
Anytime. Are you a Trump supporter?
I voted for Trump 3 times, yes.
Cool. What do you like about Trump?
Well, I like that he stopped the flow of illegal immigrants coming into our country.
Okay.
I'm disappointed that he has not stuck to his mass immigration reform where he got everybody out. He kind of chickened out on everything when everybody started crying about a couple of people dying, unaliving. He should have steamrolled this whole thing and got everybody out.
Why is it so important to you to do that?
Well, I think it's important for the nation. They voted him in for that single reason.
Yeah, but like, why do you think it's important?
Well, I think that it's detrimental to our society.
How so?
That we do. Well, there's a way things go in America. You have to assimilate and be able to function in society, and that takes either being raised in it or being conformed to it in some way. And when you dump 10 million people who are not, they're going to have to be taken care of. They got to be fed. And I think the American people understood that for the most part. Now, there's some people who overlook it.
So you're saying there's economic reasons for it?
Not just economic reasons. There's health reasons.
Health reasons?
Yes. A lot of these people come over who are not vaccinated. Measles is going crazy. And it's not because of the people who have lived here who are not being vaccinated.
It absolutely is.
Measles was almost abolished completely.
It absolutely is.
I disagree. It's from the people who come over who have not been vaccinated.
No, what we're seeing is we're getting these head counts mostly in schools, and
yes,
there's
and
local
my
school districts.
Is one of them.
Yeah, and there's local school districts pushing for this.
And here's what I've noticed in my school: we had a measles outbreak, and we have a heavy immigrant from Ukraine in this private Christian school.
Wouldn't that be do you know that they're legal or not?
Yeah, well, we know that there's a high immigrant. I'm not saying whether they're illegal or not.
This very much matters. Like, do you want all immigration to go away, or are we talking about illegal immigration?
Well, first I was talking about the mass illegal immigration that was done by the Biden administration or allowed.
It's not a thing, but go on.
10 million people coming into our country is a thing.
Sir. That's not what happened, but keep going.
I disagree 100%, but go ahead.
So this is how I have to explain it to most people. Most people are like mostly illiterate on the border, and they've been misled with messaging for years and years, very misleading messaging. But here's what you need to know. An encounter does not mean that they came all the way in. Do you understand?
I'm talking about the 10 million people that were allowed in that should not be here.
Wait. What were the type of people? What was the class of people that we newly allowed in?
Well, there was a range of people from all sorts of. In fact, the cartel was made to be $1 billion operation due to the flow
You're
of
being
people
very
coming across the
vague.
border.
I'm talking
I
very
know. I mean, there's just
specifically.
so many. The whole world was imported over the last 4 years when
You're
the
being
Biden.
very vague. This is the
Okay,
thing that they sold to you. They conned you on this. So because
who's
these
they?
people, Trump, Fox, Newsmax, whoever else is talking and obsessing over the border, that's they.
That's they.
Yes.
Why would anybody who is actually telling you what's going on be the problem?
They're obsessing. Have you
Seems like,
ever heard of propaganda? Do you believe that people watch the news and are swayed in
oh,
opinion? Okay,
of
but
course,
not you.
but let me just say this: in my local county, where I deal with the school system, and I see some of our elementary schools having over 95% Hispanic and blacks, to where it was almost 100% white. I don't know, 20 years ago.
Why does that matter?
And so what I'm saying is, you
What's
can
going
talk
on there
about
for you?
propaganda. Hold on. You can talk about propaganda, but what I visually see and deal with in my county has nothing to do with that. And we think about this migration, this immigration, this taking over of the white Christian culture to be imported by who? By
White.
people. Do what?
White.
Yes, America was a predominantly white Christian country, which it is not anymore.
Gross. What about all the
Why
black
is that
people?
gross? Are you prejudiced against white people?
No, I think that for you to feel like you're being oppressed, even though you are not the minority at all,
I didn't
you guys
say
hold all the
oppressed.
power. Yes, you are. You're lightly saying that you
I
guys are
said
being
replaced.
okay. Great replacement theory, sure. You're a white
Right. And
supremacist.
there's evidence of that.
Yeah, you're a white supremacist, proudly, right?
What does a white supremacist have to do with me telling you what I visually see and
Because
witness?
something like this can only be seen through the lens of somebody like you, a white supremacist.
Bullshit.
Yes.
Bullshit. Anybody with a right mind can see that 20 years ago, this school was predominantly white. Now it has 2 white people in it. What the hell?
Maybe that there's just a community of legal people that live there, and those communities just so happen to be minority groups, which is the thing they do. They tend to want to stick together, don't they?
Oh, and I agree. I agree with all that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it's
Somehow,
no
how does that equate
conspiracy.
to illegal immigration? How does that hurt you?
Well, not only does it hurt everyone, illegal immigration hurt everyone. It actually empowered the cartel to become the biggest human trafficking organization.
So we should make it
the world
super
has ever
legal.
seen.
We should make it very legal so that they have no market for it.
That is the most absurd, evil thing I've ever heard.
What's wrong with that?
Because what happens to these people when they're trafficked is horrible.
Yeah, I
And you're
know. So
saying,
you
yeah,
need to
let's
make
just
it
free
legal.
rein that.
Yeah, if you make it legal, just like if you make drugs, like if you
Sir,
when we made
sir,
weed legal,
You do know
the market on weed.
immigration is legal.
I'm speaking. When we made weed legal here in the United States, their market for that just disappeared. It fucked
not
them over
talking about
so
weed,
bad.
sir.
If we allowed these people a
We
more
have
streamlined process that didn't take years and tens of thousands of dollars, it would be so different. They would have no market to do all of this, but y'all have stopped us at every level,
There's no
at every
y'all.
turn. Y'all, yes, Republicans,
y'all.
conservatives, white supremacists.
The American people have immigration policies that they voted on and decided. The last administration decided to forego that and do it whatever way they wanted to.
That's not a thing.
Whether it was raising up wire or whether it was flying people in, however it was.
That was legal.
It-
You like
it was
legal
legal,
migration,
bro.
right? You like the
Not
legal way?
even- Not anymore. Because
So no migration.
not right now. No, I think we should completely close the borders, get out everybody who is here illegally, and try to get back to at least a 90% white majority, white Christian majority.
That'll
That's the
never
only way we
happen.
save
You would
America.
be denaturalizing like 3 to 4 generations of people.
But we would be saving America.
What do you mean
I mean, it
saving
wouldn't turn
America?
into Bangladesh. Yeah, it wouldn't turn into Bangladesh or Haiti or something.
Bangladesh. The only
Right.
thing that creates those types of problems, like Bangladesh or Haiti, is
Is
radicalism, like you.
multiculturalism.
It's not multiculturalism. They're
Yes, it
some of the
is.
most successful
Europe
countries on
doesn't
Earth.
look like look. Europe does not look
What
like
about Canada?
Bangladesh right now
What about Canada?
because of those principles.
That's not true. What about Canada? Like one of the most diverse countries on Earth, very successful, ranks on almost every chart that we have.
No,
Ranks like number 1.
listen. Canada is able to do. I don't care about. I'm America first. I'm not. They can do whatever
So,
they want
okay,
to
so
do.
now no other countries
But
don't matter anymore.
I never said the other countries did matter.
Yeah, you did. You're like other countries who get diverse, they fail. You can't even give me an example.
Yeah, that's obvious, but that's just proving a point. Like if you look at
Same
Europe
with
right now,
me.
Europe right now looks like Bangladesh because it's imported all these third world non-high IQ people who just destroy civilization, and that's what America's going to turn into.
I don't think that's a thing. So I think that those people in those
If you look
areas,
at our inner cities right now, it's definitely a thing.
I don't think so. I don't think you could
Oh my
contribute
God,
to,
yes, all
dude.
the
You're gonna
mass
have
war
to.
that's
You're gonna have to let me talk. You're gonna have to let me talk. So most of the most dangerous cities lie in states that are red, with bad policy, with poor or little to no
bullshit.
infrastructure. That's true. 7 of 10. 7 of 10 do. You guys have no actual solution to any of
It
these
doesn't
things.
matter what state they're in. You can't offsource their sin and their evil to a red state. It's
Yes, you
the
can.
non-white, the
They.
non-whites in the blue cities are doing the problems. Point to them. That's like blaming the
It's
guns.
just poverty.
Grow up.
It's
Just
poverty.
grow up.
Poverty creates
Oh my
crime.
God. Listen, there's poor people out here who don't choose to kill and rob people. You understand that?
That doesn't mean
Being
poverty
poor, the
equals
amount of money
crime.
you have in your wallet does not give you the license to sin, sir.
That's just the truth, my guy.
No, it's not true. That's just a lie that people say to try to make people who are evil and sinful to get away with something, lawlessness, injustice. That's why these blue cities look like shitholes.
Crime rates are worse in red states because legislation is written at a
Because
state
of
level.
blue cities.
Because
Blue cities
legislation
in those
is
red
written
states.
at a state level, and red states are usually poor. They're under-policed. They're highly racist. They're undereducated, which creates more Republicans, which creates just this like vicious cycle of bad legislation and insolvent and horrible budgeting. Lots of teen pregnancy, domestic abuse.
You cannot outsource all the problems of blue cities to red states.
You actually outsource all of the red states to blue cities.
If you want to go to like California, which is, you actually need to read the book San Francisco by Michael Scherlenberger, who was an actual somebody who was in the system, to shows how blue cities farm homelessness and to allow these lucrative businesses, so-called, to start. And look at the fraud that's happening all over our blue cities.
I don't really buy that all programs like this are fraud. I think that you can find a few out of hundreds of thousands, by the way. You can find like a handful, and that's always going to be the case for anything, even churches and all that shit. There's some like horrible churches out there. So for you to condemn all and any like safety or programs, yeah, you did. And yeah, you Democrat. We're the only people who do these things.
That's a lie.
Well, the Republicans don't. That's socialism to y'all, right?
It's not. Well, I mean, socialism's okay if you got capital money to do with it. But here's what I'm saying.
Socialism always has capital.
No, socialism runs out of capital at a certain point. It turns into communism. Let me just get back to the blue cities and the blue states. When you look at something like California, which has such a huge economy, which has been failing people for so many years, whether it's wildfires and water or whether
you're just alluding to problems. You don't have any solutions.
Exactly.
Republicans don't have solutions for these.
I'm not saying they do.
I know you
I'm
guys just cry
saying,
about stuff. You guys are crying artists. You have
okay,
no actual
look,
solutions
I'm
because
not
we actually
crying.
talk about any solutions to
Oh
any
my
of these things you
God.
talk about. When we
Then
start
why don't
actually
you
talking about
do
it,
it?
when you start actually talking about solutions to anything you
You
talk
can
about
talk
and
about it all
cry
day,
about,
but your blue
you'll
cities don't
never
work.
do it. No, you won't even do it. You won't even try it.
Listen,
You won't even try it. You'll call it
you have
socialism.
California, which has the largest economy, which is an example to whatever you're saying, and it should be the beacon on the hill, but
It
it turns
is.
out to be full of shit.
Full of what? What do you mean? You can just allude to that, but what would Republicans do, for example? What
I
would
don't
be a
know.
law? You don't know. You're just a fucking
I'm
team
not a
player. You're
Republican.
just a hack.
I'm an American
You
first
have
guy who
no
sees
idea.
that blue and red are both destroying America,
No, you don't.
whether it's through leftist
You have
ideologies
no
and pushing
ideas what to do.
non-whites
You have
on
no
one side.
policy ideas.
I
You are
do. I
this
do.
in. You are this deep into political rhetoric. You have no
I can
idea.
tell you exactly how to fix this.
How?
And it's
Deport
not
all of the
through
brown people?
leftist it's not through leftist ideologies
Make
which
America white and
push,
Christian. I get it. It's never going to make
well,
anything good.
that's what made it great to begin with.
So what you're talking about is dividing this country so hard into radical white Christian nationalists. The rest of us will not like you. 60% will not be friends with you at all at this point. So
I
you've
don't think that
effectively
people
fractured the
not
entire
liking is a
country.
problem.
Yeah, this will fracture the entire country. So instead of just your fifis being heard about seeing black and brown people, everybody will hate you and your entire party. So that will just fracture us
Yeah.
even more. This utopia will never happen or come true if you even take
I
one
never
action
said it would
towards what you
happen.
want. If you want to
I
take
never
even
said
one action, then shut your fucking bitch ass up with your white
what
Christian
I'm
nationalist
saying
shit.
is that's the only thing that will work. I'm not saying
It's
that
never
it
going
can
to.
work.
How can it work?
I know, because America is like, the way I look at it is America died or got cancer the day JFK died. America eventually died on 9/11, and now what we have is, the carcass of America, which was once a great white Christian country, having the maggots of the third world, the maggots of the leftists, who socialists, who just
Listen,
want to
I
feed
will
off the dead
platform you.
carcass of America.
I will platform you anytime you want because whatever you say is so gut wrenchingly gross. I
Well,
want people to
eventually
hear
the
it,
carcass
and
is going to run out
and
of
I want them
meat.
to know who they're voting alongside.
Right. I'm not voting for Republican or Democrat. I'm an
Sure.
America First guy. We understand that
Okay.
the Republicans destroy America by at the hands of Israel through transferring our weapons in war. The left destroy America by helping Israel by pushing leftist perverted ideologies, whether it's trans or whether it's
That's not a thing we do
socialism or
either.
communism.
We don't push this. None of our
So they
politicians
both are
do.
they're both are destroying America,
You'd have
and
to
we
prove
need
that
to
they
get
do that.
America back.
You would have to
We need
prove
to get
that the
America.
leftists are pushing any sort of trans or anything. You'd have to show me a law or a politician that runs on this stuff, and you can't. Nobody has. In
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
thousand days, I've done
I
this.
can show you, especially Tim Walz and people throughout the whole left, they push this transgender perversion,
Go ahead and tell me how
and
he's
they
done it.
push tampon Tim.
Yep. How do you do that?
You talking about him?
Yeah. How did he push
Give
the
me a break,
trans
dude.
thing? How did he?
Give me a
So,
break.
first of all, what you were saying is already like untrue and vague. But
Okay.
if he was actually
Okay.
trying to indoctrinate children with trans
The
ideology,
leftists do. That's their thing.
okay, shut up. He would actually do this maybe with literature or something, not by just giving people certain shapes of like cotton in their bathroom. That's not a big deal to normal people, only weirdos like you. But he didn't.
Well,
It just said for anybody with
who
a
doesn't know what
uterus.
a woman is anymore is weird.
I
I'm
don't
just
think
saying.
you even know what genders are.
Genders, there's only sex. Genders is just what retarded people try to make up.
Six? Oh no, you said there's only sex, and then you said the R slur.
I'm
Got
sorry.
it.
Mental illness, I should say.
All right. So now he believes that something inherently true, something that even Trump and all of his other friends believe is true. The whole world acknowledges the existence of genders. Are you shitting me?
Hello.
Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
I'm not, But I'm a black woman, like why platform someone like that?
I don't know. We have Donald Trump talking on TV and with the loudest microphone and the biggest platform in the world every day. I don't know. Hello.
Oh, what's up, Pickles? Hey,
What's
man.
up, bud?
It's been a while, bro. I just saw that you were on. You're not usually on in the mornings.
Yeah.
But hey, man, to cheer you up, that last dude, I'm gonna go fuck his wife. I'm gonna give you some pumps. How many pumps you want me to give her?
Make it a prime number. Give me like 7.
I got you, dude. That's a good number. I got you, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Thanks, man. All right. Well, go and enjoy that, and make sure you stay hydrated.
Absolutely.
All right.
Later.
Take it easy. Chad, if you're a Trump supporter and you want to debate, hop in the box. How about them gas prices? Yikes. Hello.
Morning, Pickles.
Good morning, Cecil. How do you feel
How you
about
doing today, buddy?
doing good? How do you feel about that first guest?
I hated him. I can't stand Trump supporters that come up and talk stupid shit like that. If you prefer America to be white, just keep it to your damn self. No one needs to hear that. It just hurts the cause. But one thing you said that was kind of interesting is that black people prefer to hang out with black people, minorities prefer to hang out with minorities. Did you say something like that a minute ago?
Yeah, people can tend to build communities based on that. Yeah.
Well, I've noticed that too. When I was younger, I'd go to a new workplace and all the black people would be sitting together. All the Mexicans would be together.
I mean, not
only
all, but like
Well, not
maybe
all, you're right.
typically or something. Yeah.
You're right. It's not all. It's typical. The funny dilemma, though, if a white person prefers, not even if it's a preference, maybe it's just your inclination subconsciously, you just go sit down with someone that looks like you. But that's racist. But when minorities do it, it's just a natural occurrence.
I'm
But-
sorry?
Well, it's just weird how white people are exempt from all the other things that are natural for people. You said it's natural for people to go sit down with people that look like them. But when white people do it, it's
So
racist.
when the oppressing class, like when the class in power,
There's no
the
such
class,
thing as
okay, well, whatever class holds the power and is the majority, like overwhelming majority, comes out and starts saying things like they're being oppressed against or white fragility shit. It's nothing
Yeah.
but them overreacting to people who I don't know, people maybe attaining the same level of freedoms in a sense. Maybe not all even, but just some. To some white people, it feels like oppression.
Pickles.
When people first had to do desegregation and they had to share a bathroom with like black people, they were like, what are we going to do? These people are like animals.
Oh, I know the Democrats were mad about that.
And I know you want to be dishonest about who and what Democrat meant back then.
It's not
I
dishonest.
get that.
We've had this before. Their big switch never happened.
Okay.
When did Joe Biden not become when did he quit being a segregationist?
He was a anti-segregationist. You think that him being against busing was anti-segregationist, and it wasn't.
Well, it was also when he said he didn't want his kids to grow up in a racial jungle.
And
Remember
that's
that?
what he was talking about. So like him injecting like one person of color into like a school with just white people, that's what he was talking about.
But he said he didn't want his kids growing up in a racial jungle. His kids weren't black; they were white.
I don't think that's what he said.
Those were his exact words. A racial
Maybe he said,
jungle.
I wouldn't want my kids And
Maybe
he's
you're
just
gonna
saying
make
if
excuses
he
for it
were a
because he's a
person of that,
Democrat.
dude, no, this was literally the context of that situation. He was for desegregation. He didn't want to take kids across town and put them in a school just full of white people. That's what he was talking about.
Oh, so he should have said he didn't want other kids to grow up in a racial jungle, not his kids. Is
Oh
that what
my
you're saying?
God. Sure.
Okay. Hey, Pickles, you said something last time I talked to you that was so absurd. I still can't get over it. But you tried to tell me and your listeners that George Bush was a bigger horn dog than Bill Clinton. What in the world would make you say something like that?
I didn't say he was a bigger horn dog, did I? I think I said they were both horn dogs.
Well, okay, let's say you said that, but that's not what you said. Has there ever been just name one accuser of George Bush?
I didn't
People,
say that he had an accuser.
well, how is he a horn dog?
He could be a horn dog and not be like accused of this in any sort of way. Like there's tons of clips. I've seen montages of this guy like being joking. He reminds me of a frat boy.
Well, did you hear that story about this these teachers that had to go to a conference out of state, and when they got there, their own governor was there too for that same conference, and he ended up going to this lady's hotel room. Her name was Juanita Broderick, and he was accused of the R word. Her friend showed up after the governor left, and she was a witness that her upper lip was swollen. The governor actually bit her on the lip. Anyway, that governor's name was Bill Clinton. He turned out to be the president. So you thought that he didn't start misbehaving until he became president. He's got a long history of the R word before he became president. And if you ever want to read about it, there's a lot of names that just
I can
disappeared
sit
over the
here
last
and
20
just
years.
say fuck Bill Clinton right now. That's the thing. I'm not a political hack, and I don't look for my political
Well, you
opinions.
Are. If you're going to say that Bill
I don't look
Clinton-
for my political opinions from people based on their character. I look for political people who reflect my political opinions. So Bill Clinton really doesn't reflect many of my political opinions or positions. He's actually kind of conservative.
Mhm.
I don't
But in
really
your
care.
mind-
He bury him under the jail. You can't say this about Trump. You guys can't say this. You can't even say this in a pack of your friends. If you were to say, you know what, Trump could be in the files, your friends be like, hey man, you're a rhino. What are you talking about, man? Get the fuck out of here. That's the culture y'all have built for him.
Yeah. Well, I still think it's pretty crazy that you think that George Bush, of all people, is a bigger horn dog than Bill Clinton. I mean, I think what it is, Pickles, is you just think because by virtue of being a liberal, that makes you right on every topic. Global warming.
I think mostly, yeah. Mostly, yeah. It's really hard to defend your position as a conservative in any way without including like 2A or abortion. And even those two things are the culture around them is insane. The gun culture in America is insane. They don't have these problems in any other country. So the only other thing would be people who are just superstitious about migration and what is life and all that stuff.
All right, pal. Well, I got to get back to work. I'm just starting my day. I saw that you're online. I wanted to say hey and hope you have a good day and continue success with your show.
Thank you.
All right, buddy. Have a good one.
You too. Chat, tap the screen. I also have a Cash App and Venmo in the bio. If you guys enjoy the show and you want to buy me a coffee, it's the best way to do it. It's also $40 to kick somebody. If you guys hate somebody, it's the best. That's how you do it. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah.
Cool. What do you like about Trump?
Well, right now I like that he's trying to get the world's energy problem solved with the Strait.
That he
If you go back in
created?
history, well, how did he create it? It's been going on for 40 some years, bro.
Yeah, it's exactly why we haven't gone to war with Iran.
Are we at war?
Yeah, aren't we?
Well, I think we're neutralizing a threat so we can get the strait opened and consistent passage through there.
It would still be
And
open if we never struck them, though, wouldn't it?
well, is that true?
Yeah.
How many times have oil prices been affected by Iran either blocking the port, threatening to block it, attacking
How
ships
many
for the
of those
last couple
times?
years?
How many of those times was it
Can you answer
because
my
they
question
were
first?
hit? It's
Can you
because
answer my question
it's their
first?
only line of defense. Yeah, I get it. We have to answer for when we attack them unprovoked.
Okay. Are you okay?
Yeah,
Do
why?
you only think do you only think about yourself?
I'm a Democrat. We very famously care about everybody more than y'all.
Really?
Yeah, the
So is
left
that
like
that's why
once
that's why you support AB?
we support feeding and housing people.
Unaliving people before they're even born.
We're
If you were a Republican or conservative, you would agree to let them have the kids and then provide them all the support they need.
I think that's one way to look at it. The other way to look at it would be
One way would be to look at it as a Democrat is a racist committing genocide by aborting minorities' children.
those
Do
people do it
Republicans
on their own agency. And second of all, I think that thinking that
on
every piece of cellular life is a person is superstitious. I think it's incoherent. I don't think you can defend it. I think that you enslaving women into using their bodies for something that you think you have a better morality for than them, I think is gross. I think it's dystopian. No other developed country does it, and you guys are like trying
really?
to constantly drag us back into the dark ages.
Well, no. You're still performing something that happened in the dark ages. If it was all Republicans and conservatives, we wouldn't have it.
What
But
do you? What do you?
you,
I don't know what you're talking about. We're literally
wouldn't
we're
have
funding
AB.
Israel. They have free AB in Israel.
Dude,
They have
are we
free.
talking
It's
about
free.
AB or now you're changing it to something else?
I'm talking about conservative
Stick to
countries
the topic.
that even conservative countries have free AB.
Don't. Okay. What conservative country has free AB?
Israel.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
It doesn't promote the unaliving
It,
as a
they do.
method to get people to vote for their party. No, they
No,
don't.
they just got it over with, and it's just free for
That
anybody
no,
that wants it.
no, they don't. Okay.
Yeah, they do.
You will take people to a clinic and murder people to keep abortion,
I don't know what you're
keep
talking about,
AB.
dude. You guys bomb
You're a
clinics.
Democrat.
You guys
You're a
are
Democrat.
70% of the domestic terrorism. You guys bomb abortion clinics and make death threats on doctors. You guys assassinate lawmakers in front of their homes for being pro-choice.
Really?
Yeah. Melissa Hortman and her
Where's
husband,
that at?
Michigan. Melissa Hortman and her husband last August in their home.
Didn't that person know them personally?
He had a whole list
Oh,
of lawmakers. He had a whole list of lawmakers that were
You had
pro-choice.
interactions with those. Again, you just jump around to all kinds of stuff.
His motives were
Stick on
pro-life.
stick on
His
the
motives
first
were
thing.
pro-life. You guys are pro-life, right? We're talking about pro-life?
Pro-life.
Yeah, he kills people for it.
Who's he?
The assassin. The terrorist.
How many
The MAGA
ABs
terrorists.
happen in the United States a year?
I think it's
that
like
you support?
700,000, but I think roughly 50% of those are
Unaliving
DNCs.
700,000.
Those are merely...
700,000, and you're
Listen,
worried
you're not going to
about
get it appeal to an
the
emotion
of
here.
one person.
Hmm?
I'm not, dude. It's not to your emotion. You lack empathy.
No, I just don't have empathy for things that can't feel or think or aren't asleep or awake. They're not
Why
anything.
did I- Really?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Because we have science. We know when the brainstem forms.
Okay. And how come they have to use some medication sometimes when they do an AB
For...
to keep the fetus from experiencing pain, squirming around inside
So
the uterus so that it doesn't cause any damage?
somewhere between 18 and 23 weeks.
Address that.
18 to 23 weeks is when a child develops the brainstem and is able to feel pain and have consciousness and deploy consciousness. Before that, there's nothing. So whatever like doubt you want to cast, go with it, buddy. But Before that, which is like 60 to 70% of abortions before 10 weeks, it's like 90%, I believe, actually. You guys cry about absolutely nothing, about little clumps of goo being thrown away,
That's
and that women
that's
aren't going to be a
called
slave to you.
compromise. That's called a compromise.
A
It's
compromise.
called, yeah. If you do it
For?
before, for the people that are pregnant that want to choose that, you have an option up to a certain amount of time. That was the agreement. So
Yeah,
then
it
you
was
want
roughly
to
around that
imagine
time. Yeah, it was roughly
you want
23 weeks, wasn't it?
yeah, well, didn't the governor of a state say they supported abortion up to term birth, and
I
then
already know what
put
you're
it
talking about. You're
aside?
talking about the governor of Virginia, and no, that's not what
Yeah,
he said. You're
yeah,
talking about when he was on a podcast or a news show, and he was talking about babies that have something similar to what's like a DNR. So if a baby is born without a brain stem, do you think it's
Is
moral
that what he
to?
said? Is
Yes,
that what
he
he
came
said?
back and clarified actually what he
Because
was
you're
talking about.
giving, you're
Yes,
quoting your opinion and interpretation of his
he
words
came back and told us what he was talking, clarified for us.
after
After Trump
this
misquoted him.
after
You know, Trump is the one who told all of y'all that they're aborting babies 2 weeks after birth, which is incoherent. That's called infanticide. Yeah, it's infanticide, right? He was calling all Democrats
cares?
infanticiders.
You want more people to vote for Democrats, right?
Of course.
Then quit aborting your voters.
No, what you want is these
No,
children to be born into poverty or to poor conditions so that they
poverty.
lack education.
If the government
Can you
takes
let me
care of them
finish?
from the beginning,
You
there
can't.
is no poverty because you're
You
promoting
guys aren't
your same
you're not
tactics.
letting me finish. You guys
Go
will
ahead.
gut every program like that if we let you. You gut it every time you guys write the fucking budget for the year. Trump just gutted Snap to the tune of like $300 billion. He cut fucking Social Security by $1.1 trillion
$1
and
per
gave
American.
so many rich people
$1.
$1.1 trillion. He gave all of that to rich people. Gave it all to them. You don't want to help
What
anybody.
rich people? The
All of his rich
Democrats
friends.
have more billionaires in it than Republicans.
Yeah,
How many
because
billionaires?
billionaires tend to be smart.
Oh, now you have an excuse of why they're rich. Why there's more Democrats that are billionaires than Republicans?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
If you
what's
like
your
the
reason?
if you like the economy to perform well, you're a billionaire. You don't simply look at a 5% tax cut or a 6% tax cut like some idiot Republicans do. They look at the long-term gains of Democrats being in office, and every time they are, the economy does way better, way better. That's why.
So, again, why are there more Democratic billionaires than Republican
Like I
billionaires?
said,
Okay, are you
that's
a
why.
billionaire?
No,
Exactly. So you're not spouting facts, you're spouting your feelings.
you want me to back it up with some facts?
No, how about this? Are you a billionaire?
Are you? Why are you simping for billionaires? That's what you do if you vote
Well,
Republican.
that's no, it's simping.
Yeah. Here's a chart that shows jobs made under presidency. It's 50-1. Democrats make 50 jobs for every one job Republicans make with their stupid tax cuts, whatever the fuck else they do. 50-1. That's why
Okay, then
people vote Democrat, not for like team politics, not because they're indoctrinated or something into Christianity, because
to
they
support
always do
abortion.
better. Same thing with the deficit. You see this? How the red presidents always increase the deficit, especially Trump. Democrats who are smart, who can read, they vote this way. And if you're a billionaire, you can read, unless you're maybe Trump. That's why you do this. Trump said it himself back in the day. The economy always performs better under Democrats. He said that.
That's who's debating that?
So you're saying, despite that, I'm going to do this thing to save a bunch of clobs of goo that I think are whole, full-grown people and babies.
Again, you're spouting your feelings because you have no clue what I'm even saying because you don't listen. You're sitting on the perch of morality, looking down on everybody because you got an education.
That's what
and
you're
stuff, and
doing.
You're fulfilling a prophecy, bro. Let me ask you this. With everybody knowing Trump had 34 felony convictions, and he was a xenophobe, a misogynist, a racist, a Russian asset, all of these things, okay, and he still got elected.
Hmm.
Okay, so do you think that people really care about the little things that you poke at? A detail in a plan? You want to
I
micromanage the
yes.
details?
I,
Okay,
I, I don't
how
want to
about this?
micromanage. So if you look at what Trump did, it doesn't matter how good
Could
our
you
plans
let's
were.
just stay on one topic.
I am. I am.
Let's go
You,
back
it
to
wouldn't
Iran.
matter. It wouldn't
Let's go
matter
back
how,
to Iran.
dude. Hold on. It wouldn't matter how good our plans were, and you just pointed that out. It doesn't matter how good our plans were. If our plans were the best for everybody in the economy and were the most ideal geopolitically and all that stuff, you wouldn't care. You just told me. You're like, oh well, there's a genocide at home. You wouldn't care.
Yeah.
So there's nothing else to talk about.
So
You're just
now you're
radicalized.
now you're telling me how I think and how I feel based upon no evidence or anything, only conclusions drawn in your mind, and
Okay.
somehow
Then
you
go
just
ahead and
accept it.
re-clarify for me. Tell me it's not true. Tell me how.
Okay, which thing? Because you've talked about 40 different things, and I've
Your
been trying to
favorite
talk
one.
about Iran. Oh,
Okay,
AB?
fine. Talk about Iran. Go ahead.
Okay. Hang on. My girl's calling me. I'd rather talk to her than good luck.
Yeah, hi mom. Yeah, I told you I want turkey on rye. I said it 3 times.
Hey man, Grand Rising.
Hello. What does that mean?
Oh, it's a way to say greetings in the morning time.
Oh, okay.
Hey man, that chart you just had up was amazing. The job growth,
Mhm.
man. Like, how did Biden? That's crazy. Biden did such a good job adding all those jobs,
He
man.
did.
Wow. Yeah,
Do you want to hear how?
that chart was just awesome. I mean, I want to see the chart in like 20 years when people look at the total votes for our elections, and then they're like, man, this Biden guy was a god. He was just a political god, man. He was so good. He just like split the seas and
So you have
people went to
no
work, and
counter data. You're just
that shit was
like
amazing.
casting doubt. That's it.
Oh, I'm just pointing out how ridiculous your claims are in light of the pandemic and how you omit that.
No, I
And
can talk
you're
about
full of
things
shit.
outside of the pandemic that created jobs. The infrastructure bill, the largest infrastructure since Eisenhower. You know when Eisenhower was? It's a long time ago. It was huge. Like immediately after, it made over 60,000 projects start like this. People created jobs, companies grew, people created more positions to build bridges, roads, highways, water towers, you fucking name it. Every fucking lead pipe in America is being removed and replaced. Every fucking rural city where fucking slack-jawed MAGA is there without internet, and they just hear their preacher telling them to vote for Donald Trump. Now they get broadband because of Biden, and all of the people that have to fucking
Oh
dig
man.
and extend cable out to those families, they get a job. Same thing with the Chips and Science Act. Trillions of dollars. It was like $1.3 trillion in the first year injected and invested. There was public and private investments, tons of them, in semiconductors and bioenergies, all of these things. People had to get jobs to build these things, to run these things. Yeah, these are things that you do to make jobs. That's what Democrats do every time. And then y'all just give everyone free tax breaks and say, you better promise to make jobs. And they go, okay. And they go back and they do fucking stock buybacks and lay everyone off and maximize profits.
Oh, I totally agree there. Like the stock market it's been blown up like a huge bubble, since the pandemic especially. It's wild how people celebrated that, depending on who's president, and then they make it seem like it's doing awesome. But the reality is just like you just said, it's buybacks and it's a lot of funny money and like you just said, all those jobs. They're making a lot of jobs right now building these data centers around the U.S. and some people don't even think a lot of them are going to even account to anything, because there's going to be such competition that obviously not all of them are going to win out.
Well,
So
I
we're
just
gonna
don't know
vote
why
for-
you would
so we
vote for
always dodge.
Republicans to do that. If Democrats were in office, I bet they would be doing it far better.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, who knows? I mean, look at what Biden and Kamala had us doing. You know, they were arresting Americans for protesting. They were forcing people
When?
to take injections, forcing children
Nobody forced
to
anybody to
take
do that.
injections.
You're just
Absolutely,
alluding
they
to things that have
mandated a
always been
vaccine
true,
that was
too.
experimental.
Experimental, my ass. It had emergency use authorization. FDA.
Yeah, that seems pretty corrupt. They waited until after the election to authorize it. Some say with that would point to corruption. You know, a left-wing talking point used to be the revolving doors of the big pharma industry, where the people in the FDA, they generally go to work for these big pharma companies, and it's a huge problem, because then they come back from those big pharma companies, and then they're in the FDA, and then they're cutting deals with their buds, and
Yeah, I
you
know.
know,
I
and
know
then
how
we
this
wind up with
happens.
this
I've heard RFK
crisis.
talk for 5 minutes too. I get it. Dude,
Yeah,
this is
RFK 's
more,
great. Yeah,
it's
I'm
even
shocked
worse
the
under
Democrats really
RFK.
sunk his election there.
It's even worse under RFK. We have vaccination rates like falling. We have Dr. Oz coming back out and saying, "Hey guys, don't forget measles. It's still good. We promise." They have to keep convincing people. And rhetoric, like you just said, forcing vaccinations is what's causing this. It's causing people to be
Well, we're
scared of
talking
any
about
and
the,
all
experimental
science.
mRNA vaccination.
Oh,
That
God.
wasn't even a vaccine. They changed the definition of it.
Oh
during the pandemic.
God. No, they did not.
But I know leftists like to change definitions and then argue about made-up words they've created. And then
All
pretend the
words
other people
are
that know
created.
the,
Did you know that?
classical definitions are wrong.
All words are created.
Yeah, but you give more credence to a word that's been around for hundreds, thousands of years than one that someone just updated 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Hey man, when I
Yeah.
tell you to chill, what does that mean?
I try to stay chill. You know, it's a
What does
better
it
way to live
mean?
your life. If you get too amped up about things, you're gonna, you know, spin out.
It doesn't mean to like reduce the temperature, like your internal temperature.
Yeah, it turns out raising the temperature is better for an infection. That's why being outside.
You see how
during COVID
dishonest
and,
you have to be?
you know, stuff like sauna is beneficial.
You see how this is just ran right into you?
So you like big pharma? You liked when they gave them so many billions of dollars and injected people with things that caused
Didn't
harm
Trump
to
do
them?
that? Wasn't that
No,
Trump?
the vaccine wasn't approved until after the election.
Trump is
didn't
the one
force
who gave
anyone
them
to
all the
take it like
money.
Biden.
Project Warp Speed,
Well,
Operation
yeah, he
Warp
was
Speed.
listening to people like Fauci. Fauci lied, by the way, but you know, Trump took his
Nobody
advice.
lied. Every country on Earth
was
still
defiant.
maintains. Every country on Earth still maintains the vaccine's safe and effective. It always has been, always was. Nobody's taken it back. Nobody's had a recall. For the first time in the world, you would have to
That's
say,
not true.
okay, who?
That's not true, sir.
Who's done it?
People did recall it, actually. You were wrong. You just
Which
lied,
country?
sir. I don't know off the top of my head, but if you search it up, plenty of places did ban it because of harm to youth, especially young men and people like that, you know. Lots of unaliving suddenly and, you know, heart issues, especially with children. There are no
something countries that have issued a full nationwide permanent ban on all mRNA vaccines. However, several countries paused or restricted the use of Moderna Spikevax mRNA vaccine for younger populations in 2021 due to rare cardiovascular side effects, myocarditis or pericarditis. Myocarditis is also even worse when you get COVID.
It's heart. Yeah, that's heart damage. That's permanent.
It's inflammation
heart
of.
damage, by
It's
the way.
not. Dude, it's inflammation of the heart. It's not.
It's permanent heart
No, it's
damage.
No, it's not always permanent.
It is.
No.
Sir,
Additionally,
you're
some
studying
religions have
medical
debated or
misinformation.
recommended against use based on safety rather than an outright ban. Yeah. So nobody has came back and said, "Oh my God, we accidentally released a vaccine. It was experimental and it was all bad." No. There's just some age groups where the risk analysis says that you're fine without it, especially now that we're not in a pandemic. But that's not what you want to
Yeah.
hear. You want to say,
Children-
"Oh, it was bad," and
children were always in that group.
Fauci convinced Trump to do this evil vaccine. You guys are crazy, dude. You guys have lost it.
That's not crazy, dude.
Yes, it
Fauci
is.
actually lied, and Fauci is documented as having lied.
You guys
he was-
can't get over without Fauci involved. You guys can't get over. You can't prove anything. You can't say, "Oh, because Fauci didn't invent this. It was Moderna. It was Pfizer. It was Germany."
Why did you say Fauci didn't lie when he's been documented lying and was referred to the DOJ for criminal charges for having lied?
Okay, what do you lie about?
He lied about the source of the in his emails were released. You know this, right? So,
So-
he was telling people to not say it was a lab leak. He was caught lying in Congress. He lied about masks. He lied about the 6-foot thing that they just pulled out of their ass. There was never any evidence for the 6-foot distancing. That was just a population, a brainwashing experiment. Basically, a lot of people fell for it.
What'd you say
Masks
was
never
a brain?
worked.
Oh, masks don't work.
He said masks worked, and then they never worked.
What do you mean they
admitted
never
that.
worked?
He
Prove
lied
that they
about
never
natural
worked.
Immunity.
Can you talk to me about
He
how?
lied about natural
All right,
immunity.
don't skip over this. Tell me about how masks never work. This is a big one for me. You guys caused so many deaths
That's proven.
because. Okay, go ahead and tell me how it's proven.
Wait, when you say you guys caused so many deaths, what are you even talking about?
Yeah, you're gonna have
That's
to
a completely
prove
false
prove how
claim.
masks don't work. Go ahead.
No. Elaborate on your claim. You guys
15%.
caused so many deaths.
Yes, 15%
Please.
higher death rates.
Who are you saying?
There is a 15%
Who
higher
did
death
that?
rates in Republicans. This study showed. They did a huge analysis on this. 15% higher deaths in Republicans because of the shit you're saying right now.
Sounds like bullshit. It's probably a lot of older people too, huh? Do they break it down by age group, Pickles?
Even if they did, these old people believe the lies you're saying right now.
Is that true, or were they sick and then they were counted as, as if they died primarily from one thing when they were already sick? Could that be part of it? And people in nursing homes, that was part of the Whitmer thing, in fact, wasn't it?
Sydney,
Cuomo also was in trouble for that.
Sydney, thank you for the
They
$3.
put COVID positive people in nursing homes.
Tell bro the surgeon not to wear a mask. I'm just gonna wait here. You're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna let you go ahead and find a source on how masks don't work and how you guys won that one. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah, the apparently the particles are so small that they don't get blocked.
I want to study. I want to study. I don't want your layman explanation. I want to study.
Of course you do. Dude,
Yeah.
You're totally cooked. Nothing you believe about the pandemic is true. They unalived children in the trials for the shot and then
All right.
pushed it on pregnant women. You guys are fucking cooked. And they also censored people from the internet.
All right. Just gonna spout misinformation. Can't do that. Let's see. Numerous studies that confirm that face masks, especially high-quality respirators, effectively reduce transmission of respiratory viruses like SARS-CoV-2. This is what I Googled too. Studies that show masking does not work. That's what I searched. And this is what came back. It says no, that they do work. So where can I find this? Where can I find this? You have to be super anti-intellectual to stay on that side of this argument. It's such common sense, dude. It's such common sense. These people saw one video of an aerosol can spraying through fabric, and they're like, "Oh my god, that's science." Whoa. It says does work, not doesn't. Yeah, I know. I said show studies that masking does not work. Studies that reporting masking does not work often suffer from methodological limitations such as low statistical power or poor adherence to mask wearing protocols among participants and reliance on self-reported illness symptoms rather than laboratory confirmed infections. That's from the NIH. Cochrane Review, highly publicized Cochrane Review on physical interventions for respiratory viruses, and concluding with low for moderate certainty that wearing medical surgical masks in the community probably makes little or no difference to the outcome of influenza, like illness laboratory confirmed infections context. This conclusion was widely misinterpreted by some media outlets. Later clarified that the review highlighted limitations in the available evidence studies show with low compliance, not definitive proof that masks are ineffective. Danmarks trial. This randomized controlled trial in Denmark, published in 2020, found a non-significant reduction in infection rates between mask wearers and non-mask wearers. Context: the study was designed to detect a large, at least 50% reduction in risks, and did not have the statistical power to identify smaller but still meaningful benefits. Adherence was also an issue, with participants not consistently wearing masks. Methodological concerns. Many studies found that no significant effect for masks were underpowered due to small sample sizes or low adherence among participants. Experts suggest that high-quality randomized control trials on masks are difficult to conduct perfectly in real-world scenarios, leading to an underestimation of their actual effectiveness. The mechanist in laboratory studies. These studies consistently demonstrate that masks, especially well-fitted surgical masks and N95 respirators, filter out viral particles effectively under controlled conditions. Observational data. Some large-scale observational studies and models suggest that widespread mask use at a population level has a significant impact on reducing transmission. In conclusion, while some individual studies did not show clear benefit, a full analysis of the evidence suggests that the primary reason for these null findings often relates to study design limitations rather than masks being fundamentally ineffective. They work. There's no reason to think that they don't work. Just think about sneezing. When you sneeze like in a huge, like 14-foot, like V-shaped spray. When you have a mask on, it's reduced to something like 6 feet. If you're in a room full of people, you're hitting half of the people that you would be if you weren't wearing a mask. COVID-2, not airborne travels in droplets. That too. Our schools used no mask at COVID peak. There were no issues. God. Experimenting with children and their lives. No issues. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, chat. Tap the screen if you're a Trump supporter, you want to debate. Hop in the box. Hello.
Did someone say the masks do something for CV-19?
Yes.
They don't. The virus is smaller than the micron size of the mask, so it's completely false.
The virus is not airborne, so it'd have to travel on a water droplet.
And it's smaller than the micron size of the mask, correct?
Plus water?
You wouldn't be able to breathe.
You have to add water. So when you add water, no, it's not smaller. Nope.
It is small. If you were to go to the
Did you forget about the water thing? Have you been talking about this for 5-6 years and not know about the water thing?
Well, that can travel from water droplets?
Yeah, like sneezing?
Okay. The virus is still in the water droplet, correct?
Yeah, and the mask stops it.
And what size is that virus? They're pickles?
It's the size of the water droplet that matters, my friend.
No. Because the virus is smaller than the water droplet.
How does the virus live in the air? Can it do that?
How small is the water droplet?
How small is a water molecule?
Can water get through the micron masks? Can they get through those N95 masks? Yes.
It
or no?
stops
Yes,
most. Stops most.
Most, but not all.
Yeah. So it's a reduction.
So therefore,
right.
So therefore,
that's a
does it
reduction.
Stop it. So does it stop it? No.
So there's a reduction. So you're all or
No,
nothing.
if-
You're like black or white. I'm saying no. This
If
is
the
an effective
if the
of an
N95
X-ray.
mask was the same micron size as the virus, you wouldn't be able to breathe out of it because it would be
Okay,
so small.
so that's why your thinking is completely flawed because they didn't make it so small that the micron of the
No, you're
micron size
thinking
of the
that wearing a
virus.
mask does anything. I never wore a mask. I never got the friggin' shot.
You're running from this so hard. We're talking about water, right?
Yeah,
water?
you're not acknowledging that the micron size is smaller than the droplet itself.
No.
Yes, it might get transmitted by a droplet, but it's not smaller than the droplet itself. So what you're saying doesn't make any fucking sense, bud.
So the size of
So it can get
the
through
micron,
an N95.
the micron size of a
What's the
water
micron size of
filter.
an N95?
Dude, shut up. The water filter size of the micron size
It's not
for
a water filter, bro.
bro.
I make hash. I know what microns are. So let's talk about it.
Fun, dude. Let me finish. So 0.5 to 1 micron. What is size? What? Size. Masks are designed to filter at least 95% of airborne particles, specifically tested against particles around 0.3 microns in size. So 0.5 is bigger, therefore cannot fit through.
And what does it have to do with CV19? What is the micron
Because
size
it
of
travels
CV19?
on water. Has to travel on water.
What is the micron size of CV19? Can you answer the question or no?
Why does that matter? If it has to travel on water, it has to be paired with
Because what
water.
you're saying doesn't make any sense.
Yes, it does.
No, it does. You're being general about it, but you're not relating it directly to CV19. Yes, if someone's giving you surgery, they should be wearing a mask. I get that, but in regards
Why is
to
that?
CV19,
Why-
there's no point of wearing a mask.
Wait. Because the micron size of the virus doesn't matter. It's traveling in water.
I'm not talking about the virus. I said in general. That's why surgeons wear masks. But
So
I'm saying
micron
with
size of
regards
the
to CV19, there's no point of wearing a mask. It doesn't fucking do anything.
there's nothing but study after study showing it does help.
I just proved to you it doesn't because you can't prove to me the micron size of the N95 mask compared to the virus size of the mic.
I have to draw this for you, dude. I have to draw this. I'm gonna draw it for you.
Yeah, draw it out. Even if it's transmitted by a water droplet,
So
if the micron is smaller than the actual N95 mask,
mask.
then guess what? It's still going to get through the N95 mask.
The micron is 0.3.
Can I ask you a question?
The
Why did you stop
holes.
taking boosters? They were
Because
so
it's no
effective. Why did you stop taking them?
we're no longer in a pandemic.
So that's why you stopped
so
taking them?
yep.
So the pandemic just magically went away?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? CV19 still exists, my friend.
I didn't say it doesn't. I'm saying the pandemic went away.
Oh, but it's not so severe now?
It's not a pandemic level. No. We're not
It
having a
was never- It was
9/11.
never a pandemic level, bro.
We had a
That's the
9/11
reality
every
of the
day.
situation. It was
Yeah, it
never
was.
a pandemic situation.
3,000 people died a day. That's 9/11, right?
No, a lot of people that went on the respirators ended up passing away, but those
Would they have been on respirators if they were never sick?
What were they given when they were on those respirators? What was it called?
I don't know. What do you want to say? Hydrochloroquine?
No.
What?
Shit. Do I have my other phone in front of me? No, I don't. Fuck. Start with an R, I believe. Something they were given
So-
which shuts down your immune system when you're on the ventilators.
Okay.
And
Well,
that
fun.
was actually causing a lot of people
But
to
you guys are purposefully misinterpreting it and being obtuse when it comes to this because the water droplet
Well, according to
is
your logic, I should be
0.5
live today because I never got the shot,
micrometers.
right?
0.5.
Perfectly okay.
No, that's a straw man. So you're 12 to
It's not a
14
straw man.
12 to 14 times less likely to
Me
be
and none of my friends,
hospitalized.
one of us should have been hospitalized. None of us got hospitalized.
So you're 12 to 14 times less
but it's
likely.
funny. My friend's sister who got it, she had cerebral palsy literally the next fucking day after getting the shot. So I don't know
Yeah.
what to say.
My friend got in a
another
car
friend,
accident
Justin.
too,
I
and
had another friend,
it was because
Justin.
of the shot. I had a friend who
His-
died in a swing
His
set because of the
His
shot.
partner passed away 2 days ago after getting the shot. So
Mm-hmm.
the
Okay.
most healthiest guy ever in the gym 6 days a week,
Mm-hmm.
jacked, looking good.
I had a friend
Yeah,
who drank water and
perfect
died.
health.
I had a friend who died right after drinking water.
You can OD from water, yeah.
Yeah, after 52 gallons, but it was just one sip.
52 gallons, a lot of water, bud. I know you're trying to just be salty here, but the reality of the situation is CV19 vaccine kills people, bro. And it
There's no
has killed
science on
people.
that. There's no science
There
on
is.
that.
So
Your
why did
friend's
give my,
telling you
friend's sister cerebral palsy, and why she have her 8 months after?
it's not science.
Why did she
Causation
get cerebral
correlation.
palsy for 8 months after?
It's
Actually,
just
that is.
causation correlation.
So you don't think that's what caused it?
No.
You think it was just random fluke? Or the next day she got cerebral palsy? Just random?
Yeah. Are you talking about
Yeah,
Bell's
you're
palsy or cerebral palsy? Because I don't think you can just go get cerebral palsy from a vaccine.
Sorry, Bell's palsy.
Okay.
You're being very disingenuous.
Sir, the whole scientific community disagrees with you, and when I point out that
No,
the
they
virus
don't.
has to travel on a droplet that's bigger than the perforation in these masks, you run
There's
from
many
it.
doctors that say otherwise, bro.
No, there's not.
Many doctors that have actually come out and said it caused many heart problems too.
No, there's not.
There are.
There's a lot of doctors
Why did Trump ban gain of function research through the NIH for institutions
I don't-
like Wuhan?
I don't know
maybe
why he
because
does a
we-
lot of things.
Maybe because we had a global biovirus created because of it. Why did he leave the World Health Organization? Oh, because of their mishandling of the CV-19 virus.
Yeah,
which
since
was a
Trump was such
bioweapon.
a genius on this, and RFK is such a
Why
genius
did Dr. Fauci get pardoned? Why do you need to get pardoned?
because he's being
Created a
politically persecuted.
biovirus with gain of function research done through the
Because
NIH.
he's being politically persecuted.
No, it's because he's gonna go hang at Gitmo for unaliving millions of people. But
Sure. Under Trump
creating a
administration, right?
biovirus. You think it was okay that he got pardoned?
Yes. Yeah. Trump was using him as political pawn for silly people like you who don't know science, who don't believe in it, to be outraged. Every
Well,
little thing like that he does
Just
is
be
to
happy
isolate
that the World
us.
Health Organization will never be able to infiltrate the United States citizens again, and no gain of function research will be allowed again. So you can
Oh,
thank
boy.
Donald Trump for that.
Yay. We're also like this close to like some cancer
Yeah,
researches
so
to
we're
solve
not
some
gonna have a
cancer.
pandemic again. We already
Sure,
have a cure
bud.
for cancer, you fucking moron.
Dude, this guy's so much misinformation. Trump has done more to dismantle the scientific research we're doing to cure things like cancer and things like he's talking about because they're superstitious. Because the person in charge of the NHS has no medical degree. He has nothing but Looney Tune clown podcasters co-signing all of the crazy shit he's saying. Yellow.
I apologize. I just wanted to pop in for a second. I do not support Trump. I just wanted to say I find it crazy with the mask thing that everyone keeps confusing preventative measures with, the assumption that wearing a mask is supposed to perfectly protect you and that preventing it even a little bit makes no difference is wild to me.
Yeah, I know.
So, but I apologize. I won't hold you up. I love what you're doing. Keep doing your thing. You guys have a beautiful day.
Thank you. You too.
Yep.
Chat, I do have a Cash App and Venmo in the bio, and someone just sent me something. Kelsey, thank you for the $20 for coffee. Nice to have you on in the morning. And Kara, thank you so much. Please ask this guest's education or what he does for a living. Also, why is Trump still getting boosters? Trump is still getting boosters, isn't he? All of the Fox News hosts that spread that propaganda also got boosters. They all got their COVID shots. And during the next pandemic, God forbid we live through another one, MAGA's going to do it again. Whatever the cure actually is, they'll never take it. You'll never be able to convince them. But they'll take Ozempic at RB, yeah. Chat, if you're a Trump supporter and you want to debate, hop in the box. According to MAGA, gas prices will be back to normal sometime next month. I love that, dude. I love that. Someone said the second booster in life. What? There's no evidence of that. There's no. By the way, TikTok, YouTube, All of this is for speculative and opinions only. I believe in whatever the consensus of science says. Like, I feel like it's not right to say it's for educational purposes. Season 2, episode 47 of We Got Him This Time. Are you talking about Trump's, like, lawfare? Talking about him trying to send his political opponents to jail and them being shut down in grand juries? Is that what you're talking about? They want to talk about anything but Trump right now. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Also, nobody was forced to take a vaccine. Nobody was forced. If you didn't want to take it, you could quit your job. If you didn't believe in science or whatever, you can quit. You can quit your job. Same thing when I was a child and I was sent to elementary school or daycare, they wanted to see if I was vaccinated so that I wasn't spreading diseases and viruses to these kids I was in school with. It's always been a thing, and I'm 37. Same thing with the military. There's, I believe, 17 shots you have to get. It's not your choice. You are property of me. I own you. You do what my tax dollars and my politicians tell you to do. That's how that essentially is. Your body, Uncle Sam's choice. Yeah. In the 1930s, GI was actually used to denote equipment. You are literally equipment of the United States military. George Washington made his military get inoculated against smallpox. What's up, Ari? Mandatory secret inoculation of all Continental Army soldiers. George Washington did this, guys. If you're a true patriot, you'd get vaccinated. And they were definitely experimental. Reduced infection rates from 17 to 1%, saving the Continental Army. It literally saved the army. You don't care about the safety of our troops, MAGA. You don't care about our country winning wars. Chat, has it been hard to get MAGA? It's been hard to get a people to debunk? Never in my life, dude, I should not feel this smart. Like anything they say, you can just type it into Google, like line by line, and just prove them wrong. It's wild. Pickles is a dork. Fuck yeah. I'd rather be a dork than a MAGA. Dude, dorks frick hard. I can tell you. Dorks frick hard. When they see me coming on my electric scooter with my man purse and a small dog in my backpack, it's just asserts dominance. YOLO.
Love you, Pickles. You're a dork. I'm a dork.
Love
We
you
can
back.
be dorks.
Thank you.
But keep the dork energy.
Will do.
Roger.
Thank you.
Bye.
Over and out.
Why'd your screen go?
Huh?
The screen just went black on me.
Oh, I don't know.
Is it black for everyone else? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Anyways, you want to piss MAGA off? Iran's kicking our ass in this war. I hate to tell it. They are. All they have to do is survive, right?
Yeah.
They're not expected to do any real
White
damage.
fucking power, nigga. Fuck you, AIDS loving fucking homosexual. Fuck you.
Wow.
Is there anything else you like about Trump?
Heil fucking Hitler.
Is there anything else?
You got AIDS because you're a homo.
Okay.
Why do you like it up the bum?
I'm straight, but I don't know. I'll try anything twice.
No, you're not. You're gay.
Okay.
I'm diagnosing you. You
You're
got
what?
fucking AIDS, dude. Diagnosing you. You got fucking AIDS.
I like your haircut, bro.
Yeah, I do have a cool haircut.
Hey, Pickles, let me come back.
What are you gonna fucking do about it, cunt?
That was like 3 seconds, dude. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Laura? I think I'm in someone's pocket. His bio is bad. I don't believe you.
All right.
Hello.
Now the screen's back. So, yeah, that guy was a little unhinged.
You think?
So your dog isn't small.
What do you mean?
You could not put him in your backpack and ride him around on your scooter.
False. Someone bought me a backpack. Oh my god, dude, he's been flagged 3 times. Bro broke it 3 times. That's he was speed running a ban.
So, yeah,
but
anyway.
shout out to Ruth for buying the backpack for my dog.
Maybe I've seen this.
My Amazon wish list. This was actually pretty recent, but Yeah. So
And Pickles fits in that.
her head comes out right here, and most of the backpack space is in here. This is most of the backpack. She just chills, dude. And her
Isn't
little
she
head
like
sticks out.
120 pounds?
No, she's like 12 pounds.
I don't know. I'm just making shit up. I don't know. 120-pound dog on the back sounds pretty funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to say it. Iran is kicking our ass. Iran, however we want to say it, I'm not even sure how to say it. Everyone tells me differently, but they're kicking our ass. All they have to do is survive. Yeah, we've decimated their navy, supposedly. Well, how much navy did they have? They're on one little body of water. Their air force was not really existent, anyways. They're surviving and they're creating a lot of damage. They're crippling the world's economy right now. They're literally crippling the world. So I hate to say it. Everyone's telling me Iran. Okay, I got it.
I always feel like I'm saying it wrong, but that's how I say it.
It doesn't either. Any way I say it, I know someone's going to correct me. But yeah, I mean, they are literally crippling the world and the world's economy right now. And we are giving in to Russia and saying, okay, you can start selling oil again. But
Yeah, and oil and their oil prices have skyrocketed, so their economy's
Right.
fucking booming.
Right. So I don't know. I mean, I hate to say it that way. I'm not in favor of Iran, however you want to say it. But I mean, I'm not a favor of this war. But we are not winning this. We're creating a lot of damage, but I don't think we're winning. We managed to unalive a lot of schoolgirls that we won't admit to yet. So yeah, this is not a good look for us.
Is that most of the deaths?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's the biggest one strike, anyways. We have 150 like ICU soldiers right now.
Okay, so 1,200 dead. 175 of those are fucking school children.
For one strike, 175. That's crazy. Like this is not. It's not a good look for us whatsoever. And we don't have an out. We don't have an end game. We don't even know why we're there.
Nuh-uh.
They've replaced the person that we wanted replaced.
With the son?
And yeah. Oh, so we unalive him, and then what do we do next? Oh,
We-
they replaced him again with another one.
We like don't know if this guy's gonna be like a hardliner, crazy, want to avenge his dad, or like I've been reading a little bit. Like they just don't know which way he sways.
From what I have read and what I've learned, it's a little bit of question, but no, he's just a younger, more stringent version of his dad.
He's a lost child and a wife. Yeah.
I don't know. This whole thing is frustrating as hell. People keep coming. Didn't you want this to happen? No, I don't want any of it. Yeah, he was a horrible man, but it sounds like the guy that replaced him is even worse. I don't know. Let's go back to blowing up Venezuelan fishing boats. This whole administration is crazy. I don't know what to start with. And then that guy with the vaccines. So I got my start on this talking about the vaccines and all that, and C-19. So to hear the stupidity, and first of all, cerebral palsy and Bell's palsy are completely very different diseases.
Isn't cerebral like genetic?
Yeah, it's genetic. It literally cerebral is your why am I blanking on this? Your spinal cord. It's literally disease in your spinal cord and paralyzing. And Bell's palsy is like a temporary, very temporary time when your face has a droop. Like there's nothing. Yeah.
Okay, so 85 to 90% is congenital. lack of oxygen, premature birth, low birth weight, maternal infections, or strokes in the fetus. It's just abnormal. Yeah. So if you're fully developed already, and like that's not a thing, you can't get cerebral. I don't think he took that back though. Said Bell's.
Yeah, and then he replaced it with Bell's palsy, which is a condition that people get. There's no connection between that and the vaccine, but even if that there is, it's very temporary.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a few days.
You know, Tom Powell. Tom Powell
Yeah.
had it
Yeah.
for a couple days. Left side of his face was droopy.
Yeah.
But anyways, bud, how you been?
I've been all right. Just just fumbling
Doing
around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just been doing the thing, staying out of the sun. I don't know.
Nothing too special.
I live the
We
most
should
boring
talk
life.
offline sometime. Yeah, me too. We should talk offline sometime. But all right, buddy. I just wanted to say hello and just keep up the fight. I was hoping to spark up a little MAGA with my Iran is winning, but they're scared. They have nothing to defend. So, movies in pickle. Fuzzard is making them. Oh, moves on pickles. All right, buddy. I'll talk to you later.
All right, man.
See ya.
YouTube. Peace. Cecil, we don't side with Iran, dude. We don't side with Iran. You guys want that so bad. We don't. We just think what we're doing so bad. In such poor taste. Such bad form. Russia sides with Iran, yeah. China sides with Iran. Syria sides with Iran. $300 days in the fam club. Thank you so much, Lindsay. Go to bed? Dude. No, what are you doing, bro? Do you want to run Necron? Chat, anybody want to run Necron EX Wing Farm? What's that? It's very, very in-game stuff. Went out of the main account. I'm banned until 7 p.m. y'all on my main. So that's why I've been I don't know. Loosey goosey with whatever people are saying. I'm 50. What's that? I'm employed. What is that? I play a game called Final Fantasy 14. I'll be on in 2 hours. I'm good. Got Nanner on your main? Damn. You're playing now? Dude, Force is tight. Force is relaxing. It's a chill game. I got nannered from talking about Island Guy. I'm sure. Baby Pickles is doing great. Where is she? She's right here. Hold on. There she is. Pickles. She's just looking at me with her eyes. She's not moving. Unemployment rates did not drop. Unemployment's up. Gas prices are probably going to make that worse. GDP went up. Everybody, dude, GDP goes up every year. Jobs are down. Yeah. Market instability is insane. Nobody knows what to do. The volatility of the stock market right now, especially with the war. What are you smoking, dude? What are you smoking? The gas price is not the president's fault. It's literally 100% Trump's fault that gas prices are up because he attacked Iran and they closed the Strait of Hormuz. It's literally his fault. It was his fault 5 years ago, too. 6 years ago. You need to come on more in the mornings. Maybe I will, guys. Maybe I will. TJC Supreme Leader is a lightweight. He was hired during Joe Biden's term, during when Trump made them high for 2 years during Biden's term. Yeah, they were. Big fan of the Pickles Morning Club. Guys, I can make it happen. I can do it. I can try to do this. Mr. Payne, unemployment has not dropped. Joe Biden had it at 3.5, a 50-year low. Trump has it at 4.3 right now, and it's going up. What are you talking about? Damn, it's only been an hour and a half. Do we turn the phone line back on? Let's do it. All right, phone line's gonna be back on. We turn it back on, y'all. Let's fucking do this. $4.4. Crime rates dropped after Trump left office in 2020 significantly during Biden. All 4 years, significant drops. Yellow, is this a Trump supporter?
No, well, kind of. So I want to make a pragmatic argument here for the future of UBI, like just socialist agendas. Like if we want to overall have a more socialist America, I think Trump is a more pragmatic solution than Harris, and like the Biden campaign as a model for like AGI development.
What's AGI?
Artificial general intelligence.
Oh.
You know, I'm making an artificial. I'm making a claim about the speed at which we can beat China, like for AGI, and then ASI, like super intelligence, and I think that's more possible under Trump. And let me give you just a series of reasons. Like the priority goals for Trump is global dominance, speed, self-regulation, federal termination of state laws, rapid permitting, like gas turbines, stuff like that. You can say it's unsavory, but the
in some areas he's doing that. In some areas he's not. He is not friendly to like alternative energies.
I'm not making a categorical claim about energy. I'm making a claim about the pragmatic decisions for the long-term, like health and future of America, comparatively to the Harris and Biden campaign. And this is strictly within the like framework of saying, hey, well,
like in a vacuum
AGI
of
is eventually going
the future of AI, in a vacuum, like despite all of the economic outcomes, despite like the political division, the possibility of a dictatorship, all that stuff, war with the rest of the world, NATO breaking up, you think the simply like the 5% or 10% buff that the AI market's going to get is going to be worth it?
No, I'm not making a claim. You're kind of shadow boxing with a straw man here. I'm not making a claim. Like, again, I can repeat my claim for you.
Go
I'm
ahead.
saying that, like, in a hypothetical scenario where Harris would have won, AGI, like, we will eventually get AGI, right? It's going to be the final solution for America. I'm sure you've heard of, like AGI will and can be, like, more human than humans, right? I'm sure you're aware of just the basic maths here, right?
Sure.
My claim is simply that AGI will occur eventually, and Trump will have had made it occur faster. And I know that's a kind of I don't want to prognosticate here on the actual future events. I can't tell the future, but if we just look at strictly how their plans were working under the Biden administration, the goal was for the Biden administration under Harris as well. It was just clean energy focused. Civil rights and misuse, like we're talking about regulatory issues holding stuff up. But I'm saying the development process, like if we want to get universal basic income, we need robotics, we need AGI, and quite frankly, that is less like we're competing against China here, right? That's our main competitor for AGI. They have way better infrastructure, they have way better automation, and again, the claim is simply that I think Trump is a better candidate for AGI development comparatively to China.
In a vacuum, maybe. Like again, I don't think you really have the strongest case. Like I think that instead of like someone holding hands with one company and making them super rich, and also doing questionable things like giving China access to some of our more developed chips, things like that. Like it hasn't really been consistent with like us winning a race. It's been more consistent with maybe just Trump getting rich. I don't think that he really has our best interest in mind when you look at the grand scheme of things.
We're on the same page as far as like I think that Trump is like a selfish person. It's just that I personally, because if you look at like China and how they're using AI currently, it's more nefarious. It's more like they're directing a lot of focus towards facial recognition technology. And this is not altruistic in nature, right? I think, and again, the claim here is not that America's good and that our AI is going to be morally superior. I think it's going to be comparatively morally superior. Like, would you personally, would you rather live in a world where China's AGI, which it will become eventually AGI, we're probably not there unless they are in a lab. I'm not sure. But would you personally want to be ruled under an AGI made by China or America?
China.
Really? Why? Can you work that out for me?
Their economy is more successful, so my standard of living, generations after me, the standard of living will probably be better. Technology would advance faster, all that.
Do you think the average Chinese person has a higher standard of living than the average American?
I think there might be a case to be made there. Yeah.
Can you work that out for me? I'm struggling to. Because if you look at China's demographic, they're hollowing out faster than not faster than Korea, but we're talking about like they're going to collapse, like they're soon to collapse under their own weight, even faster than America.
You're just talking about population growth. Like we are working against Trump. If you're going to talk about population decline, Trump right now is like deporting people, mass deportation, making it even worse. So not only is he deporting those people, but the people that their children and the people that their children could have had. Like this is a huge thing Trump is working against. So if you can point to 1.6 billion people looking at population collapse, so are we. They have nine. Sure. I think it's like 90 million people that are unhoused, but that's far fewer. Like when you look at the rate of homelessness in America versus their income versus the cost of living.
I'm talking about like okay, like let me try to rephrase it because I'm not. I think we're getting off topic here just a little bit. If I were to say, okay, you can be reborn as a random person in America versus a random person in China, you still would pick China, really?
Yeah, probably. Why not?
That's hard to believe. And you're not just saying this because you're trying to win an argument. You really,
No,
truly
can you
believe
give me a reason why that's bad?
Well, I think that like okay, so statistically speaking, if we're just talking just sheer numbers, there's more like there are more people in China who are making less than the average like per capita rate in America right now. So just statistically speaking.
Yeah, you're not looking at cost of living though.
Cost of they're under a market. Like we're under a surplus market, which is why you can have things that are very expensive.
Mm-hmm.
They're under what's it called? They're under a type of market that is which there is not a large surplus. So in general, just in economics, you can generally speaking make people pay more, often ridiculous capitalistic amounts, simply due to a surplus. Like we throw out a ton of food, and certainly more food per capita than China does. And that's because we're under a surplus, right? So your argument is strange. I don't like. I would just.
Have you seen China?
Have
you seen China?
Yeah, I'm familiar.
It's fucking sick,
I think
dude.
we're looking at the same.
They're like in the future. They're like in the future.
Sure. Like if you look at their dockings, like just for like ships, it's completely automated. Looks like the future.
Yeah.
But there is okay. Let me give you an example. Okay, so in China, it was made illegal, or not illegal, but it's heavily frowned upon to have soap operas where a rich billionaire man meets a normal average female. And the reason is because of this like you don't want to basically glorify
in America the same exact thing with trans people.
Trans people? How is that relevant?
It's the same thing. You're like, oh, these social stigmas in China, they're so weird. And then here, they're like, oh, trans people and sex and being gay is really fucking stigmatized. So you're just framing this in a way that might be a culture shock for me, but same thing for them.
But that's not my actual argument. My argument is that I'm talking about currency. I'm talking about economics within China, and they're stigmatizing the idea of they're stigmatizing the fantasy that you can meet a rich man in China, and the reason for that is because the gradient of their economy. Like, sure, they have a lot of robotics there. They're leading in the entire world with like as far as like automation infrastructure. I'm not going to deny that, but you're trying to do this weird thing where like China's like again, my point is just simply that if there are more poor people in China than there are Americans in America.
Yeah, but
So
you have to
for
look
you
at per
to say
capita.
that-
You have to
What
look
do
at per
you mean
capita. You have to look at per capita. You have to say, oh, there's a bunch of poor people. Well, there's a bunch of very fine, like very happy people in China too. Just as there are more literally happy. If we want to use the same logic, there's more like exuberantly happy people in China than all of the U.S. As a whole.
I agree with that statement. But I think there's more unhappy people in China than the U.S. as a whole, too. And again, that's my point. If I was randomly born in
Then
China,
that can't be a point. You just have to look at data. Just look at data.
I am looking at data.
So it's like is it 1 in 1,000 chance to be born in poverty, or is it 1 in 1,000,000? And I think it's 1 in 1,000 in the United States, and then 1 in you would be much better off. Your chances are probably better in China.
We can actually look that up.
90% home ownership in China. That beats the shit. So it's 65% home ownership in the United States.
That's because of a familial culture where a lot of people live in the same home versus in America where you'll have a nuclear family that is more isolated. That's not a fair comparison. I think you know that. What are the chances of poverty? One sec. I'm trying to look up. What are the chances of poverty being born?
There's also a really good. I've brought this up like several times in the last few weeks, but there's a really good paper they just wrote on a thing called the kill line. Are you a gamer?
I love games. Yeah.
So you ever play COD?
Yeah, I play Call of Duty.
So
when I was
like, you know,
younger.
when you're one shot or your opponent's one shot, like one shot in China would be like 20% health. You have a far bigger buffer of failing and living a life of poverty than in the United States. Like one $400 unexpected expense could put you out of an apartment. You'd be homeless, be fucked all the way. Like all these things. China, that's not a thing. You get all sorts of safety
Well,
nets.
just to be clear, I did look it up. Okay, the national poverty rate of China is 17% on average. This is about $6.85 a day, upper middle income line, and it's about 11.5 to 12% of the United States Census, and that's the U.S. Census Bureau saying it. So again, my argument is just to go back to what we were talking about earlier, because I think we're digressing a little bit here. You're just more likely to be poor. So, and again, that's why I say like,
What
that's
is
not
the
a great
actual poor?
argument.
Like, what's the line of poverty you're drawing though? Like while that 5% of people might be a gap in what you would consider poor, like all 15% of that bottom half have more access and economic mobility and social mobility than in the United
So you're
States.
talking about like buying power,
No,
purchasing power.
no. Well, that too, sure, but no, that's not what I'm talking about.
Well, you're kind of saying that. How are you not talking about that? Because you're saying that like things cost less. So like income to like whatever things cost is like your purchasing power. Like that correlation is your purchasing power.
That could be a point.
So
Yeah,
like
that's a point I made much earlier. But no, I'm not just talking about that. Like I'm talking about like free bullet trains everywhere, and like you can get to one side of the country to the other, and with like almost no money, and in just a short time of a period of time. So you can commute to a job. So your economic mobility and where you have to commute is so easy. You don't have to buy a car, so you can go work a job far from where you live. You can't do that here. You can't do that in the United States. They have all sorts of other programs just like that. So economic mobility isn't just your purchasing power. It's like the ability to go from one spot to another in like the class hierarchy.
Okay, for one, the United States has robust social like just programs in general. We have Social Security, Medicare, unemployment insurance, Medicaid, CHIP, SNAP, WIC, SSI, I always mess that one up. We have public
It's nothing close.
housing,
Nothing
earned
close.
income tax credit.
Every single 60-something% of all debt in America is medical debt. It's medical debt. So like if I broke my arm and I'm out of a job, I'm just fucked. I could be living under a bridge unless I start a GoFundMe. That doesn't happen in China.
Doesn't happen in China. You
No.
don't think people go in debt in China
Not for medical reasons. No. It's very less likely. See how you just steel manned it? I didn't say not anybody does. I said it's far less likely.
Okay. I don't know about that, to be honest. I don't know why that's relevant to you. I don't know how that's helping you though. Why does type of debt matter to total debt? Because
I am
Chinese
less likely
people
to
are
be
large-
in debt because
Because
67% of the way I could be in debt would be eliminated if I lived in China.
Yeah, but they're in debt in other ways. Like for instance, because again, like just to be clear, the population collapse in China is happening far faster than America. This is measured. Like, this is well known, right? Do you disagree with that?
The what class?
And I'm saying the population collapse in China is like well known,
Collapse?
and well measured, and
Oh, yeah, same here.
Like what?
Same here. Like where our population rates are like 1.6, they need to be 2.1. China, I think, is like at 1.4. Not that
It's
like
more severe in China.
you have to tell me the rate, dude. You can't just say that.
Let's do birthing rates in China versus let's look it up. Let's see who's right. I'm not sure about this one. At least I'm under the impression that China is slightly worse.
So it's
Okay,
it's
so
1.02.
Yeah, crude baby births in China is 5.63 versus the United States at 10.5 to 11, which is
This is the actual number you need to look at.
people, but
It's 1.0 to 1.3 versus the US is 1.6, 1.8.
you have to look at crude baby births. The reason is because it's per 1,000 people. So like the reason you have to do that is because they're making a total, like they're making more people overall, sure, but like per 1,000 people for replacement, they're making less. In
Yeah,
fact,
it looks bigger when it's billions of people, but yes, the actual rate at which people are having kids would be the fertility rate.
is lower for
Children
China,
per women.
right? You would agree.
Yeah, it's lower.
And
that comes with
and
some people believe that comes with quality of life going up. So
I think
in
it does.
countries where poverty and all of these things are a thing, education's low, that makes birth rates go up.
Yeah, but like again, like what you're doing is you're hollowing out. Like so, because people are like China's getting old. They're basically a nursing home, if you will, and that's a bit of a crude analogy, but they are getting very old very fast. And whenever all these people can't work anymore, that's going to be a very
I
large
know what
problem.
population collapse is. I know what it is.
I'm not trying to talk down to you. I'm trying to like. I'm not trying to be a dick here. But like that's happening twice as fast in China than is America, and I'm saying it's gonna. It is.
What's the
accelerating.
solution
It's
to
very,
that?
very
What's the
fast.
solution to that? Because Republicans definitely don't have anything for that. They are gutting schooling to fight that. They are gutting. They're making abortion laws to fight that, which I think is a horrible idea, and it probably works. But that's not the dystopian place I want to live in. China is not doing that.
I wouldn't want to prognosticate for the future on that. I don't know, but if I had to give you a guess, an honest faith, like even-handed answer, I would say something like, I think you should raise SNAP to $45,000 a year and then heavily subsidize children who are U.S. citizens.
Sure.
And then you should make it basically make rich people or richer people, like I'm talking about upper middle class. I don't want to talk about the billionaire class. I want to talk about even lower than that. Basically subsidize childbirth and make it child care during the day would be really good, but that has a big problem in Sweden. So I'm not sure about that. That's a very difficult thing to answer.
All right.
But that's not the point, though. I just want to say that China is collapsing twice as fast as far as
It's just people aren't having kids. So like you can paint this like horrible, crazy like story where it's a catastrophe over there, or like you can just address the things that are causing people to stop having kids is probably they have fewer of these conditions that made people have kids. It's not that the economy's like running out and they forgot about having kids. They just had a really bad child birth policy, like a 1-child or 2-child policy for so long, and it's fucking kicking them in the ass. They've undone that. So they're going to have this adjustment period, but again, you can't really point to them and their success as a country because Trump is obviously looking at China. The whole world's looking at China, but especially Trump and going, dang, they're on a trajectory to beat us economically and to just run this whole world. Would I want to be part of that or the part of the country that is going to use brute force and the military to fight that rather than playing fair and, just implementing some of the ideas that's beating us in the economy?
Okay. For one, the child policy has been ended for quite like in 2021 they'd been ended all birth limits, but they had one of the birth limits. I don't want to get into that, but I'm sorry. So you really think that America uses military force on their citizens more than was that your claim? Did you really say that? Like you said force, and then you said
no. I'm talking about like Trump doing right now everything you've seen Trump do in this administration, like trying to control the entire world's economy with tariffs, so that he could basically hurt China because they're such a threat because they're so good at what they're doing.
They are definitely good at what they're doing, and I think that they are more cynical. I think like, would you say it's harder? Okay, you probably already disagree with me. I would say it's actually harder. Like, okay, so in China, for instance, it's significantly harder to get into college than it is in America. The reason is because it's less competitive. these people are they're amazing. They're very innovative. They're very intelligent. However, they're also very ruthless. Okay, and I would
You don't like
a
competition?
What?
You don't like competition?
Competition is great. Capitalism in a limited sense is great. But that's not my argument. My argument is that I think that you are looking to China and saying, "Hey, they're doing so good. They're having all these innovations," and I don't think that I think that you are overestimating their human value. Not that their value as humans, but their willingness to value human life. And I think America, despite all of its flaws, values humans more.
I
And
don't
I
think you
think
could
that
ever
whenever
make
that
a
comes,
case for that. There's what? America, who's like bombing a country right now? When's the last time China did that?
China had Mao, which had the largest intentional starvation of any
Not
any group
intentional.
of people on the entire planet.
Not intentional.
What?
No, not intentional.
It was intent. The Great Leap Forward was intentional.
No, they killed all the birds. The birds did no longer ate the insects, and the crops died. That wasn't intentional.
They already knew that like at what point does ignorance become malicious intent? Right, like at what point do you?
All right, so it wasn't intentional. I get it, but again, this is something that happened a long time ago, and this isn't something that like all socialism leads to. Of course, we know not to kill all the birds now. So if we just try again, I guess no killing birds. Okay, but Trump and people on the very far right also do things that we've repeated in history. Trump is literally repeating Hitler.
I am not making the claim that Trump is a good guy. I'm not making the claim that he is a savior or some god. I am simply making the claim that if I had to personally be ruled by China, or like your idea of the Trump administration, which is largely accurate, but I still think that Trump is a better bet. And again, the reason is because I think that the AI that will eventually become artificial general intelligence, and then SAI, artificial super intelligence, this will be largely not egalitarian. I think that the U.S. AI will be more egalitarian simply due to the culture differences, simply due to the way they use it currently is very, like, for instance, we do not have AI facial recognizing like on a government scale systematically in America right now. They do have that in China, and that
Do you really, dude? Trump Palantir?
I don't know what.
Do you know what Palantir is?
No, I don't know what that word is. What does that mean?
You don't know what Peter Thiel Palantir?
No, I don't know that. I don't know what that is. Is that something I should know? Are you making? I don't know what that is.
It's like one of the richest men in the world. JD Vance is his little blood boy. He's holding hands with the military. He's basically been contracted by the DoD and by DHS to do facial recognition software right now, mostly for migrants, and they're using it as a reason to arrest people. So like this thing you're painting that China does, that we're doing right now, we are doing it more than them.
More than them. They 2 years ago. What year? 2006. Yeah, about 2 years ago, they had it systemized in their they had these like street lamps almost, where they had cameras on them, and they systemized facial recognition.
And we just had somebody, and we just had somebody, I think it was like a year ago in Texas, who was seeking an abortion and left the state, and Texas used, I think it was 30,000 cameras to track that person down. So same thing.
I'm not saying it's not the same thing. I'm saying that they do it more and they systemize it. Like is it put into law to where this is allowed in like street cameras where you have?
You heard about the NSA? You heard of fucking? You heard of what's his name? The NSA whistleblower, right?
No, probably not.
What's his name? Victor? Snowden. Ed Snowden.
Oh, Edward Snowden. Yeah, I'm familiar with him.
He basically came out and said they're doing that exactly that. We're watching anybody and everybody, everything.
We do not, at least for now. There are. Can you at least give me this? That China is more open about it. They're more like we. Even if you want to say that we do it, China's more blatant about it. Like, do you not agree with that?
You know what's cool about China is they can't be swayed by the likes of Russia or the likes of Trump or the likes of some other crazy person who wants to spew and espouse anti-science or anti-democratic ways. They have all of these things in these firewalls, and I can see the utility, and you can definitely point to the fact that there's fewer freedoms there. But I would rather have that than see my mom take ivermectin for viruses.
Okay, for one, I just wanna. Okay, so anyone who denies that vaccines are one of the, like, I would say, top 10 inventions of humanity, and to deny vaccines, you are a complete and total retard. Like, wholesale, you're a retard.
You can't.
My brother does that. I fucking hate it.
Can't say that word. Can't say that word on this live, man. Chat, tap the screen. If you're a Trump supporter, you want to debate, you can hop in the box. If you want to kick a guest, it's $40. Also, I have a Cash App and Venmo in the bio. If you guys are trying to buy me a coffee, that's the best way to do it. Yellow, is this a Trump supporter?
No, I'm actually not a Trump supporter. I used to be a Trump supporter for many years, actually, and just recently have stopped being a Trump supporter based off of the Epstein files, actually.
Oh, wow.
But I'm still here to debate, though, because primarily you take a liberal stance.
Uh-huh.
And I feel that liberal stance is not the right stance to take whatsoever. Because if you take a look at the Epstein files, you'll be able to easily tell that both sides have not only been fully part of the entire thing, not just complicit, but literally a part of the entire thing. I mean, Epstein died, what was it, I don't know, like 7 years ago? How long have they been voting to keep this under wraps? 7 years? Right?
Nobody did that. So Ghislaine actually. Let me talk. Ghislaine had this under. Ghislaine had this under state seal. No, you asked me a question. I'm telling you. Ghislaine had this under state seal.
I was stating something, and I didn't get to finish my point. The point is, right, the order for them to release the files has just now come out. So whatever you're about to say is moot, because they could have made that order 7 years ago.
No, they couldn't.
Failed. Yes, they could have.
No.
What do you mean? You mean
I'm going to tell you how. I'm going to tell you how.
You mean they didn't have the
I'm going to tell you how.
So then,
I'm going to tell you how. I'm going to tell you how. I'm going to tell you how. I'm going to tell you how.
Okay.
Ghislaine Maxwell had this under appeal.
The one that's not in prison. You mean the one that's in Canada
Under
right now?
appeal. It was under appeal. The one that was prison in
Footage already released of her literally in Canada. Dude walked up to her and said, "Hey, Ghislaine," and she looked over and replied and then had a conversation. Have you not seen the footage?
All right. Guys, if you know how to take turns talking, you're welcome to call and have a debate.
You know, Ghislaine Maxwell has it under appeal today.
Does she still?
Yeah. So what's your problem with that?
So the files were under
She has
appeal.
it under appeal today. Go ahead.
It was under appeal and under seal. That's why. The court documents and grand jury records during President Joe Biden's term was primarily due to legal constraints, specifically the protection of ongoing legal proceedings, the sanctity of grand jury secrecy, and the privacy rights of victims. While some documents were unsealed during this period, comprehensive disclosure did not occur until after the passage of the Epstein Transparency Act in late 2025. That's why.
So why didn't they fight for the Transparency Act under Joe Biden?
He didn't run on that. He had COVID.
So now you just want it. That's why the Democrats didn't want it then, because of COVID. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Dude, you're such a fucking moron, dude.
You got me.
You just said it yourself. The act was made in 2025 specifically
To
because
unseal
of
it.
Trump, dude.
Yes, to unseal it.
That's just how fucking retarded you and your whole fucking party is.
Y'all are so mad to hear MAGA run away from Trump because of the Epstein files. And their only excuse is that Joe Biden didn't do it. But now that they're in the open, there are so many people that we could easily say that should just be arrested immediately, including the director of Melania's documentary, including Howard Lutnick, including Susan Hamblin, including so many people, Steve Bannon. They all need to be immediately arrested. And he's not doing any of it. So he's actively not releasing the files. He's only released 2%. He's redacting things that shouldn't be redacted. He's not pursuing anybody. He's more interested in finding out some sort of fraud he can point towards Democrats. But he is protecting them actively right now, this minute. The last 30 seconds he's did it. The last hour he's been protecting them. And the next hour he's protecting those pedophiles. He is not doing anything. Fucking cope, MAGA. He's not doing it. If Biden released it, would have called it a hoax. Yeah, they would have believed none of it. They would have believed none of it. Would have been the deep state. This is the ultimate double-edged sword. They tried to get him with. I could hear it. They tried to get him with fake Epstein files. They tried to get him with lawsuits. They thought he was a crook and a felon, and he came and rose up and vindicated us and saved us from them evil Democrats. And he's going to save us from war. And he's going to close the border, and he's going to deport all the illegals, and everyone's going to be happy, and there's going to be sunshine, rainbows, and orgasms, and ice cream. I'm in. Right? Why didn't the Republicans push to release it under Biden? How come the Republicans didn't show up for the deposition of Howard Lutnick? How come not one Republican was interested in holding their own party accountable? Oh, it was Wexner? Of course they didn't do... What's his name? Les Wexner. Is he the co-founder and chair of Bath and Body Works? Principal in Abercrombie and Fitch, Victoria's Secret. Whew. Bath and Body Works is already gone, isn't it? No, I'm thinking of Bed Bath and Beyond. His name's all over Ohio State too? The SA stuff? Yeah. What? Him and fucking... Is this tied to the same coach SA thing that fucking... What's his name? Jim Jordan? It's separate. Same school though? I need a team of researchers. Yeah, I do. Wexner Medical Centers all over Columbus, Ohio. Epstein's close employees was deposed yesterday and gave some info. Separate events, same school, dude. Was Jim Jordan's, was that during like the 90s? Because this is during the 80s. Was it the 90s? Just watch Becca Day's TikTok, yeah. That's where I do most of my research, chat. Just watch Becca Day. Ba-da-dum-bum. Rest in peace, MAGA. I bet you think you're going to take them hats off when this is all over. I don't think I like that. Guys, should we try later tonight? Somewhere in the world will be a landfill filled with red hats. Be right next to all of those ET gaming cartridges that were for Atari in the middle of New Mexico desert. My band, my band lives today at 7 p.m. I was just about to mention the ET Atari cartridges. If anybody knows about that, it's hilarious. Have I played New Resident Evil? No. And if somebody wants to buy it for me, I will play the entire thing and play through and stream it. I hear it's good. I'll do it. Coco says, wait, okay. Put it on your Amazon wish list. Is it on Steam? Because I could put like a Steam card on my wish list. It's on Steam. Is it 9? Why is it not highlighted? Resident Evil 9. Where the fuck is it? It's called Requiem. Oh, there it is. It's 69. There's a deluxe edition for 79. Can I get a $70 or $80 gift certificate on Amazon? Steam. Gift card? The graphics are amazing. Guys, I have the computer to pump out some juicy graphics. Steam wallet, prepaid card, unavailable. You have to stream it though? I'll stream it. I might play it a second time. I'll stream it. Instead of doing the whole thing on Amazon wishlist, if somebody wants to, they could just send it to my PayPal or whatever, and I'll buy it right now on stream in front of you. Took me 10 hours to finish it. There's a trophy to finish it in under 4. Would that be your second favorite game after Final Fantasy? Resident Evil? It's hard to say. I wouldn't say it's my favorite. Resident Evil is like a very cool series because it's really scary. It's like a thriller series. So it like things jump out at you. And it's very creepy and eerie. It's like walking through a thriller movie. I used to play it on VR, dude. That shit was so scary on VR. Empress, good to see you. Finish your sleep on Saturday. I had a Chris knife, 35 hours total. Whew. Isn't there a new Silent Hill? I bet that'd be good too. I need to re-up my Amazon cart. What time is it? Hold on. There's so much poop in here. Hold on. Dude, Nazi dude, you're not allowed back. People don't want to talk to you if you're a Nazi, man. It's just how that works. Why don't I want to talk to a Nazi? You were literally just slurring and like calling me names and stuff. Why would anybody want to buy into that? Why would I want to talk to you, dude? That's not a debate. It's not a debate. The fuck? Oh my gosh, this is another thing I wanted to try. I haven't chewed any right now. I haven't chewed any today, but have you guys done this Neuro gum? It's got 100 milligrams of caffeine. Just focus on the gift card. Do you guys want me to do the gift card thing? I can't get it on Amazon. Do you watch the guy who plays Ark and slimes people who say they like Trump or Ice? Dude, oh my god, that's so brilliant. Steam wallet, prepaid. There's a $25 gift card. I'm going to put... Ugh. I don't like that. It's a $20 card for $25. And it's physically delivered. Gross. Oh, here it goes. It's a card, though. Next time you please hit Pickles customized in your Facebook app. Will do. Otherwise, we're still looking for debates. White Trash Wannabe is still in the box. We're not going to take you anymore, dude. Even if you change your profile picture. Yeah, free speech allows me to not talk to you. That's my free speech. I can ban you. That's free speech. I can mute you. That's free speech. You might want to Google the free speeches, man. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get a few more minutes, and then I think I'm gonna call it. And I don't want to get off before anybody sends the money for a game. I also don't want to push y'all too hard for it. So we might be getting off soon. Proof liberals hate freedom. Oh, what? What is my heart rate right now after the energy drink? It's gotta be 105. Flock safety cameras. Whoa. Automated solar-powered license plate readers that photograph rear of vehicles to capture license plates and vehicle characteristics. These cameras transmit data via cellular networks to searchable database, instantly alerting law enforcement to stolen cars, vehicles of interest. Use computer vision. So every car, every electric car, or probably just any modern car in the United States right now is part of a surveillance system. Wi-Fi access, no password. Whoa. Green app sent a little towards the game. Tyga, thank you so much. Anna, thank you so much for the $25. Guys, if we could raise another $50, we'll have Resident Evil stream today. Pizza cameras that zoom in on phone screens. After their what commercial? Angry. Oh, Super Bowl. Dude, I wonder if Trump's website's still down. It was down yesterday. It's still down. Jerry, thank you so much for the $10 for the game fund. Oh my god, guys, we're crowdfunding a game. I fucking love it. Thank you so much. They're making sick words. I don't know. Guys, this is DonaldJTrump.com. Look at the top. Don't look at my other tabs. DonaldJTrump.com. Temporary. It's been 2 days. I wonder if he's getting DDoSed. As of early 2026, Trump administration has taken down or altered numerous. No. This isn't in any news. I don't have anything cool open on my tabs. I'm so boring. Guys, if I died and nobody deleted my browser history, you guys would be so upset. You guys would be so bored. You guys would think I was a serial killer because I have nothing. What if we already think that? Yeah. I don't blame you. Oh, Diana, thank you so much for the $40. That's it. That we have it. Guys, I'm going to take it right now. I'm going to buy it. Let's do this. Let's do this. But you can't look at my... Is this Steam? Yeah. Doo-doo-doo. There's Steam. All right. Resident Evil. Add to cart. View my cart. Checkout. All right, you guys can't see this part. I'm just going to do this, you know, I don't back out. Home and home. There it is. All right, y'all. Guys, don't judge me. I have Hello Kitty Island. Okay? Because it was a 10 out of 10 on IGN. Just bought Squarina? No, I just bought Requiem. We're gonna stream it. We're gonna stream it, and I'm gonna have to restart the stream and relabel it as a gaming stream. But we're getting in there. Bring on Leon. No real man plays video games, let alone Hello Kitty Island. Listen, dude. I'm an Elden Lord. I'm a Pokemon Master. I'm a 11-time conqueror. You don't know what you're up against. Don't bring piss to a shit fight, son. I'm an omni crafter and an extreme dungeon clearer in Final Fantasy. Like, don't. I've seen more people lose their lives than you know how to deal with. Lost a lot of good men. Served 7 hours in Terraria. I've cleared Terraria multiple times, small, medium, and large maps. Easy. It's the pinnacle of your life achievement? No. Pinnacle of my life achievement would be the time I cooked minute rice in 58 seconds. They said it couldn't be done, and I did it. <sighs> 18% chat. 18%. I must have been below sea level. What type of grits do I use? Guys, I can't do grits. I'm Texan, but I can't, you know, I can live without grits. Minecraft speedrun. I'll build a fucking mansion with 4 blocks of dirt in Minecraft. What is grits? It's just like guts. It's like the guts of whatever animal you're eating. You sit on your phone and watch streamers for hours. White trash, you're doing that right now. Your senator's Ted Cruz. Shut up. Oh, God. Grits is cornmeal? No, that's okay. Then I'm thinking gizzards. Grits is just cornmeal. I don't like gizzards. I got a gizzard for you. It's nasty. What am I going to eat today? I think I'm going to have Kraft mac and cheese with an everything bagel. You heard it here first, chat. It's delicious. It's healthy. Do I like Indian food? I love Indian food. You just played Skyrim for the first time in your life? Dude, what? That was like 2011 for me, man. Did you guys know that Harvard did a study that related racist beliefs like white trash wannabe. They relate racism to low IQ, which is literally all I think about when I talk to people like him. Pull it up. Study suggests a link between lower childhood intelligence and greater prejudice racism in adulthood, often mediated by preference in social conservatism, which offers rigid structure. Lower cognitive ability may limit the capacity to navigate complex social worlds, leading to simplistic, stereotypical views. However, some researchers note that higher IQ individuals can also be prejudiced, but are more adept at concealing it. So, people who are very blatantly racist most likely are low IQ. Lower IQ correlates with higher social conservatism, which often involves stricter us versus them ideologies. Linda McMahon's on the case. Because of larger amygdalas, yeah. Maybe you go into university to get brainwashed. There's no doctrine in university. There's doctrines in church though. That's where they get brainwashed. Oh, are we done? 49%. The German study that released on it? Lower cognitive ability predicts greater prejudice through right-wing ideology and low intergroup contact. Lower levels of contact with other races. That also explains a lot, like why people in rural areas tend to be this way. They have no contact with people who are different, and they vote conservative. A 2015 meta-analysis confirmed that low cognitive ability is consistently associated with prejudice. Didn't know you were a gamer? I'm a big gamer. He's going to bring up the IQ of different races. Whatever you look at on average IQ levels, even if you hold that to be true, you would be on the lower end. You would be on the lower end, dragging my average down. So thanks. What's above a dungeon master? Somebody who's chaotic neutral? I'm trying to get you a title that's what's above a dungeon master. I don't know. Dungeon Emperor. He's just gonna slur. Dude, you're not allowed back on the panel because you slur. I'll get banned on YouTube, and I mean you're slurring. So we're good. Overseer. Should do a segment where I bring up a Trump supporter and do an IQ test. I think IQ tests just like take so long, and they're flawed. I won't slur this time. No, I'm good. Samosas, butter chicken, naan with mint chutney. I'm so down for that. I'm so down for that. My favorite is butter chicken's up there, but I really like vindaloo, like lamb vindaloo. Grand Wizard's good. We don't like that. That one we'll stay. We'll find an alternative to Grand Wizard. We'll find another. I'm actually all about the biryani. Biryani is pretty good too. Let's see. 75% complete, y'all. Then we're on Resident Evil. We're gonna play Resident Evil Requiem. We're gonna be playing on this account, so don't forget to follow. This is my alt account if y'all don't know that. Paneer, dude. Paneer's delicious. I tried your Amazon Indian favorite food. The chicken vindaloos are amazing, right? And they're like fucking $8. Yogurt sauce is a good idea too. Turn this down to 11 on Resident Evil. I'm gonna turn the light. I'm gonna turn my ring light off. We're gonna do it. What's the name of that Amazon food? Spice Cafe, I think is the name of the manufacturer. Thai food has a lot of great options, yeah. I just came back. What's happening? We are 75% downloaded on Resident Evil 85. I love Thai food. Pad See Ew, Pad Ki Mao, Thai basil. Dominican, Puerto Rican food. Playing Requiem alone in a basement's a good choice. Tom Kha Gai. Is that a soup? Ooh. Everyone knows that sound. Yeah, Tom Kha Gai is delicious. Hot and sour. All right. I'm going to restart the stream. It's going to be a game stream, so I'll be back in just a second. YouTube, I am not going to be streaming this on YouTube, so if you guys want to watch, it's going to be on TikTok, on dark_pickles. if you want to watch, feel free to come. After tonight or after today, I'll be streaming on my main account on TikTok. So I will see y'all there later tonight or tomorrow if I don't see you after this. All right, I'll be right back. Peace, y'all.